Welcome viewers and my engineers and my dear students. So today just I am going to start the a new chapter in the poem, that is the television. So it is written by the Roald Dahl from 1916 to 1990. It is the Roald Dahl, who was a great novelist and humorous short story writer. She was very brilliant short story writer, very amusing and comic, full of that is called the fun and frolic in the creaming of the or layers of the story, and that it is the bountiful of the mysterious instincts being also attached to that, to bring out the attention of the students, those others who will not listen the stories may be spellbound at that also the story they may listen to that. So it is a very vital and also a glorious poem, the television. So here Dahl has very outrightly spoken about. So he has very strongly condemned and hatred for the television set, and he regards it as a idiotic and monstrous, in the sense that it kills the imaginative power of the children, and it rots the senses of the children, and it also clogs and clutters, clutters the minds, freezes the minds of the children also simultaneously, and also rosts the minds of the children at last. So it is the Roald Dahl's sincere request, it is the earnest prayer to the parents of the children, of the young children, that not to install this idiotic TV set in their houses, but to install the lovely bookshelves just on the walls of your house. At last they will praise you, they will fund you, they will love you. Just afterwards they will connected and the inculcating their habits of reading and get used to the habits of reading books at last. So now just I will go through this. So the first stanza, the most important thing we have learned so far as the children is concerned. So it is a great connectivity with touchability. It is a touchwood. This affair is meant for only the children, the young children. And also the most important thing that we have learned. We have learned means including also the poet, the parents as well as the poet. Means they have learned very clearly. It is crystal clear. Then what they have learned about? They have learned about the regarding the children. Then what is regarding the children? That is, and also the children and concern is never late. It is first the small letter, then it is also the capital letter. Never. It is a very huge negative impact of the poet, which it demonstrates, spellbounds. Means he has exposed his intentions in negativity, that is in a revolutionary forms, which he does not like at all. He hates, contempts, and also he wants to throw away it. That is also never. So means here he has also giving his suggestions or views, advices to the parents of the children. So, what is that? That is them near your television set, or better still, you don't install the idiotic thing at all. He has a very sincere request. He has requested very sincerely and earnestly in the hope of that the children should not be allowed to sit near this idiot box, because the television set is regarded as it is an idiotic in meaning, idiot box. So the children must not be allowed to sit near the television set. Another thing is that is, and it is should be also better, it is should be also rather better, just not allowing them, not allowing them means you should not install it at your home. It is rather better, far better, not to install it at home. Because it is the suggestion and the advice. Because the children spend also a number of hours, that is called considerable amount of hours, they spoil their times, that is meaninglessly, that is. So that's why the here the poet Robert Dahl has just used these suggestions and advices concerning the also the young students. It is meant for the young students, those are engaged in just watching the television sets for hours and hours, for long spell of hours, and without doing any, just that is called without doing any productive works, always employed at watching. They are also fixed their eyeballs just towards the idiotic television set. So the poet has termed it is an idiot, idiotic box, very negative impacts of the, that is the hatredness of the poet. That is because he has very revolutionary thoughts, and in form of not disapproval forms it is. In a disapproval forms, so he has also sincere request to the parents not to install at all. It is rather better also. And also just in almost every house we have watched them gaping at the screen. Gaping means to fix your eyes, fix your eyeballs on the screen of the television. You are so means gazing at about the television screen. You are focusing on so rigidly and so intently, that is so powerfully, just at the television screen, and stare until their eyeballs pop out. Here means last week in someone's place we saw just a dozen eyeballs on floor. They all just sit and stare and sit. So I think it is just means here the poet Robert Dahl just had undertaken a long research on the bad or ill effects of the television set, and he had also taken a tour of visiting lots of houses, many houses in Britain. Then what he got at last? He got at last, eventually, he got that most of the students, most of the young age students, they are watching the televisions and wasting their times only that is called the gazing art, the also sticking at the television screens and without doing any productive works. Lazily, they have been also watching the television sets. And the poet also feels that they are feeling so lazy all the days. All the day they are feeling lazy. And only they have been putting on their eyeballs on the screen of the television set. So, and also very valuable times they have been spending, very precious times they have been also they have been also spending down, and without doing any, that is called the productive works. No intention of also reading their books carefully. Only they are getting about the television screens. And just means one just very, I think very, he had also visited a number of houses at Britain. And just one, just I will add here, the poet has added, just he has got a bit of exaggeration. A bit of exaggeration means there is some amusement here. Means just he had delivered his suggestions at one of the houses in Britain. There were dozen of eyeballs was rolling about on the floor of here just the house of one owner of the house. Means dozen of eyeballs. Means it was the six students, the six children's just eyes doesn't occur. We see bit of exaggerations. Cup. That is called, it is the flavor of comics. That is flavor of comics. And also it was the flavor of also the humors. That is, that he had also added to that. Dozen of eyeballs are rolling about on the floor. Because then how possible it was? It was only the humorous ways he had explained it. Because to make amusements, to make entertains the audiences. And it is also his imaginative thinking was also. And he also told that, so the children was looking at the television set, how staring they are looking, so hard. That is means so hard they are also looking at the television set. Means their also eyeballs coming out of their also the sockets of their eyes and rolling about on the floor of the houses. And until they are also hypnotized by it, and until they are absolutely drunk. Absolutely drunk. Drunk means not a drunkard or a drunken person. When a drunken person completely surrenders to the drinks, he forgets about everything. Means he forgets about also the world. That is why. So hypnotized means completely surrender or addicted to the television sets. So he has compared, so it is means the television set it is a monster. It has hypnotized the children. Hypnotize means suppose a drunkard person forgets everything because he lose away all his senses of thinking, thoughts, rational thinkings, all is just throwing into dustbins, becomes powerless. Thinking of power is zero during the time. So like it. Only the children like that, in that manner, in such a way, looking at the television sets that is so ambiguously, so intently, so powerfully that they forget about their own affairs, reading the books. That is, and with all that shocking clarity. So that's why their mind is full of with junks, dustbins, full of garbage. That is, so means their rational thinking, rational power, so imaginative thinking, so that is also their creativity, and also all are lost. That is called simultaneously and serially. So that's it. It is the first stanza of the next stanza I will have from the next class. Till then, bye bye to all.